Hi everyone, Malibu Sean Bateman here again, and well, I want to talk about Star Trek. You see, it's a part. I'm a Trekkie myself, but not as a die-hard Trekkie, but as a casual one that seen a few movies here and there, loved the original series, and Next Generation, plus the animated series, which was pretty awesome because it involved some retelling of the original series in animated form, and with some of the characters cast from that series. And believe it or not, I've been talking about to some of my friends about how to make a good Star Trek movie. And well, I've been looking through the two-part episodes of Star Trek from all these different series, and you see some of these Star Trek episodes that are two parts, it makes a pretty good movie instead of having it as a two-parter. And heck, back in the 1960s, they should have made some of those two-part episodes of back in the day into a theatrical release, so the fans can actually enjoy a Star Trek movie in theaters instead of waiting about 10, 12 years after the TV series went off the air to actually go to theaters. And also, during the run of the Star Trek Next Generation, they had parts, I think, some of the original cast doing the Star Trek films at that time, and they have a kind of an error in the Star Trek films. In part 2, I believe, they had Kirstie Alley as a Vulcan. In part 3, they changed her role to another actress, which kind of boggles the mind. And to me, if it's how they should have actually kept Kirstie Alley for part 3 as well, so she can be a part of the Star Trek 2 series as well as a continuation of part 2, which was Rafcon, which it was transitioned into part 3 called The Search for Spock, which I've seen both those films once only, and the original motion picture, which had Captain Kirk and the cast reuniting, that was actually supposed to be a TV series pilot called Star Trek Phase 2, which I think was a good idea to do at the time, and adding a new cast with some of the old, just to actually help people get ready to move into the Next Generation, instead of just going Star Trek, animated series, a few of the Star Trek movies, Next Generation, then Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise, and now every few years, just throw a Star Trek film with the Next Generation and the original cast. Forget about the Deep Space Nine cast, Voyager, Enterprise. Then we get the reboots, which technically I consider as prequels myself. It has a young cast, actually younger versions of the Star Trek characters before they actually became who they are. And I respect seeing Zachary Quinto and John Cho as younger versions of both Sulu and Spock. And to me, I like to see more people picking up playing those roles in Star Trek as well. You see, I like to see maybe an Australian or New Zealander playing Scotty, or have a guy from Norway play Chekhov, or, oh, I don't know, a guy from the deep south of America playing Captain James T. Kirk. And to me, how they ended Star Trek Next Generation, I think that movie should then actually turn into a movie as well as a TV movie. And heck, between me and you, my viewers, I think a nice way to pass on a role that's big, like Captain Kirk or Picard or Janeway or Cisco, is getting the person who played that role to stand in front of the guy who's playing that role and give him a handshake or a nod saying, "You're Kirk now." And on an episode of Saturday Night Live, when Star Trek the reboot came out, Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto were on Saturday Night Live, and they were showing it, but Leonard Nimoy came out, and well, he was praising Chris Pine, but he was ribbing Zachary Quinto left, right, and center, because Leonard Nimoy is Spock, no matter what. And heck, every time I hear him speak, when he's not as Spock, I can still consider him Spock. It doesn't mean that includes him as Leonard Nimoy in The Simpsons, Galvatron in Transformers the anime movie from '86, check it out. And also the Page Master, which he played Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which had, and some of the cast in that series at one time or another have appeared in a Star Trek series or movie or both. And believe it or not, Whoopi Goldberg, who appeared in the Page Master, she's one of the elite few that can say that she was in Star Trek Next Generation and one of the movies. And since Patrick Stewart, who played Picard in the original series, the Next Generation, and in the Next Generation movies, from Generations up to Nemesis, and in that one of the movies, they referenced Picard when he was still in the Borg hive, which is pretty nice. Which, to me, I think there should be an introduction to the Borg in the next Star Trek sequel, which I consider the second sequel of the reboot. And this is Malibu Sean Beatman signing off.